All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing today on this Tuesday, April 5th, 2022? Thank you for joining me here tonight for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, bringing you the very best in metal-related content right here on YouTube on one of the only metal channels you guys are going to need if you missed anything in the past week. Bring that eye down, click it, all the videos are there that you need. I'd certainly appreciate it. Remember to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you know when I post a new video. One of the hardest working metal channels on the platform and the most brutally honest. If you love that, that's great. If you don't, you can fucking go watch somebody else. Welcome to Album Review Tuesdays once again here on the channel. And tonight we're going deep beneath the earth into the cold, bleak lands of Sarajevo, Bosnia, which is in Southeastern Europe, for a look at a very obscure, raw, underground black metal horde that has released some of the most dark and evil, bleak black metal on the other side of the pond with Vetevrakh-Dominion of Terror. Now, this was released on vinyl on Black Gangrene Productions and on cassette through Death Kult Productions, as you can see right there, and I'll just show you what the cassette looks like. Very awesome white shell with black print. I really love that a lot, and then we're going to have a quick look at the cassette inlay here. Very, very cool stuff. Look at that awesome fucking artwork on this piece, which is absolutely awesome. The cosmetics of this tape are just absolutely astounding, and I really appreciate the attention to detail that Death Kult Productions, which is who did the cassette release in 2021, did with this. This is an excellent piece of artwork on the cosmetics. Now, on vinyl, it was released on Black Gangrene, and as I said, this was released in 2021 on Death Kult Productions. Now, I'm trying to track down more of their releases. However, like Dominion of Terror, they're very difficult to track down, and I was lucky enough to get this copy through a distro known as Death Prayer Records. Now, Vetevrakh formed somewhere back in 2012, I believe, because their first demo came out in 2013. But who knows, as I cannot find an official biography on the band anywhere on the internet. Now, the lineup is also completely anonymous, so finding out which member plays what instrument has not yielded me many results despite doing a lot of digging. Alright, so let's get into the review. Now, the album opens up with the track Son of Satan, and this is one of the most captivating clean guitar melodies introducing the black metal chaos and death that's going to be emitting from your speakers, along with some of the most torturous and abysmal vocals I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing, and the emotion and raw power that comes through this curse that's unfolding throughout this short incantation is nothing short of mesmerizing and compelling, because the darkness and blackness that is present here from the time you press the play button as the vocals echo through with blood-curdling, hellacious terror and anguish is breathtaking and utterly insane, and this is an amazing opener. Next up, we have The True Face of Evil, and this is a mid-paced demonic ride into hell right at the core of its existence. And no, this isn't some trend-hopping bullshit that has become commercialized, and normally satanic black metal doesn't really do it for me, but this itself is leaps and bounds beyond traditional satanic BM, because there's a lot of misanthropic, depressive aspects to both the lyrical themes as well as the way the compositional framework of the album unfolds. And the band isn't concerned with speed and blistering chaos, though they do have their faster moments. It's a mid-paced descent into the contemplative aspects of torture and madness and evil, and this is all evident throughout the guitar work, drums and bass, and of course the tortured screams from hell that sound demonic and completely insane. Now, later in the track, it picks up in its intensity with some crazy cacophonic blasting madness with some truly demonic guitar work once again, while the bellows of torture and pain lumber on behind it all. Absolutely incredible track as well. Next up, we have All in His Name, which is another insane, tortured ride into demented, abysmal-filled atmospherics and torturous despondency. And there's some really amazing ambience underneath all this, with some sustained dark keyboard melodies that bellow forth underneath a sinister guitar-driving riff that has some amazing otherworldly drumming and abysmal bass and vocals that shift through different shadows of darkness and demonic torture with chaotic, abysmal, despair-filled screams from beyond the void. The work that this band emits is clearly not concerned with an audience or any kind of scene, which is amazing, and that's the way black metal should be. No, this is a raw, insane trip into black madness, and this track has some of the most intense atmosphere I've ever heard on a recent black metal album of this magnitude and poignancy, with some strong undertones of elitism and uncompromised no tolerance for trends or aesthetics, and that's one of the album's strongest points for myself. Of course, great track here as well. Next up we have God Ends Here, and this track is absolutely amazing as well. Now, it's a short track, clocking in at just under 4 minutes, but the atmosphere and power contained within the walls of these 3 minutes and 43 seconds is pretty amazing in of itself, with clean, somber guitar melodies that open up the track with some snarled vocals emitting from your speakers as the track plods along the slow guitar clean melody with some electric guitar melodies as well that combines to create a really terrifying wall of sound. It's kind of like an interlude, and it works really well for this slow, despondent 4 minutes. Great, incredible piece as well. Next up, we have Reconquering the Satan's Throne, and this is 8 minutes of nothing short of bleak, depraved madness, okay? But there's also some rock and roll-like riffs in this demented black metal assault, which rarely becomes overly fast or super aggressive. As I said, it does have its faster moments and blast beats, but they're not very common. Instead, it's a mid-paced, draining affair of slower depravity and atmospheric madness that closes in on you slowly over and over longer periods of time throughout these curses, that it feels like it ebbs its way underneath your soul for what feels like an eternity. And not only is this incredibly evil and dark, but breathtaking and beautiful at the same time. Now, the guitar work here is very atmospheric and dissonant, but maintains a lot of consistency throughout its stark raving lunacy of this mammoth of 8 minutes of hellacious vocals, abysmal, demented, death-ridden destruction, chaos that emits through the guitar, drums, and bass. So guys, let's listen to Reconquering the Satan's Throne right here on Music of Destruction. Enjoy. And we are back, and yeah, one of the sickest goddamn tracks on the album, and easily my favorite on the record. Next up, we have the title track, Dominion of Terror, and this is another ride straight into evil, cacophonic, despair-ridden walls of torturous flesh sacrifice and bleak, black, venomous, demonic vocals that howl from beyond the void, howling back at you and beckoning you forth into its cold abyss of madness and death. That's exactly what we get here. A curse of 7 minutes, never knowing what to experience, straight into the bowels of hell, and the band certainly knows how to compose these curses with utmost accuracy and depictions of demonic entities rushing through you through demonic possession and pulling you further and further into their nightmarish void of terror with no hope of ever seeing the light again, as it descends and unravels into frantic, panic-stricken tempos like a hellbound trip straight into the blackest depths of the tortured souls of the underworld, trapped in endless woe and pain and eternal anguish. And that's what makes this whole journey so effective and compelling. This is an amazing track as well. Closing out this 43-minute twisted psychotic experience is Marche Funèbre, which is 2 minutes and 17 seconds of a dark, haunting piece of music that concludes this trip into madness very effectively. And if you're familiar with the theme song of Death, then you know what this sounds like. And of course, this composition is famous the world over by fans of even classical dark music, which I'm sure all of you are, you wouldn't be watching this review. And of course, this was an excellent way to end the album, which I am very proud to own. The final verdict for Vetevrakh-Dominion of Terror is getting a 10 out of 10, you guys. You cannot get the cassette anymore. It is sold out. There were 3 left when I bought this. I hope you guys can find it through some other distro, or perhaps get the vinyl through Black Gangrene Productions, which I do plan to own at some point as well. Alright, so there you have it. Another album review in the books here on Music of Destruction. Hope you enjoyed the premiere. If you're new, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Merchandise available, teespring.com/music-of-destruction, as well as bonfire.com/store/music-of-destruction. Thank you to Anthony, who bought a shirt recently. Appreciate you. Join the channel, become an MOD Elite. You get amazing perks, $4.99 per month. Hit the join button, get access to content, exclusive content, review requests, band interviews, and a lot more. Have an awesome night, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you for Album Ranking Wednesdays. Stay fucking metal.